Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you all had a lovely Christmas and New Year. So today I'm going to be reviewing the brand new Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation, and I'm so excited to try this. They very kindly sent it to me in PR. So I'm also going to be doing a Charlotte Tilbury model campaign look as well today, using mostly Charlotte Tilbury products which I've already got. So yeah, let's get on with it. So I'm starting off with Charlotte's Magic Cream today, just as my primer. So my skin has been so dry recently, especially on my forehead, to the point where I've needed to put Ben's eczema cream on my face because that's the only thing that's going to work to moisturise it. I looked at what shades the PR team sent me of the foundation, and they sent me 6, 7 and 8, and I'm really quite pale. So last night I was like, I don't think these shades are going to match me because they're going to be too dark. So I was like, right, I'll spray some fake tan on my face. So I sprayed the fake tan over my face, and then I woke up this morning and I have 2 lovely patches in the middle of my forehead, which is just where the fake tan just has not stuck to my face because my skin is that dry. And I'm like, great, but oh well. So here is the foundation. The packaging is gorgeous as always. Okay, so let's see what it says on the box. A medium coverage, light as air, foundation infused with hydrating hyaluronic acid and brightening rose complex. Skin looks more beautiful instantly and over time for a healthy looking glow and a brighter and smoother looking complexion. So what it's saying is, the more often you wear this foundation, it's supposed to make your skin feel and look a lot brighter and smoother, and skin looks more radiant by up to 285%. That's a lot. I don't really understand what that means, because what does that mean? Like, in my head 100% is like the max you can get, so if it was 285, that's intense. Okay, and the actual foundation itself, it says it minimises the appearance of pores, reduces the appearance of pigmentation and dark spots, and skin appears instantly brighter. So I'm so excited to try this. Let's get on with it. So this is what it looks like, and you know what, I immediately think either tinted moisturiser or a CC cream as soon as I see the packaging, but it claims that it's not. It's a medium coverage foundation. I'm going to use shade 6. Like I said before, it is the lightest shade that they sent me. I'm so grateful that they sent me it to try though. I'm so excited to try it. I'm not sure if it's still going to be too dark for me, even though I put this fake tan on my face, but we'll see. So this is also the consistency of the foundation. It's not too thick either. You can see it still runs down the back of my hand. So I did about 2 pumps, and we're going to see how much this covers on my face. It is still a bit dark for me, but oh well, I'm just going to have to blend it. So I'm just going to get my beauty blender and start blending this out. So from just blending this cheek out, I can definitely tell it has evened out my skin tone a lot, and it is a really gorgeous coverage as well. I absolutely love the finish. It's very glowy and natural. Also doesn't really smell of much either, which I quite like, because I don't really like overpowering smells in a foundation. I feel like it can give me a bit of a headache. Okay, so the biggest test is, did it cover up the 2 little patches on my head? And do you know what? I hardly used any, and it's covered them up. So when it says it evens out skin tone, it actually really does. Now I've done 1 layer of the foundation, I'm going to go in and do another layer and see how much we can build this up. Even though it says medium coverage, I still like to see what it can do. So I can see the second layer is blending really well, and it's not caked up or anything like that. It's just blended out really smoothly onto my skin. The foundation has been applied and I absolutely love it. I think it's a really gorgeous looking natural foundation, even though it does have a really good medium coverage to it as well, because as you can see, the two little white patches on my forehead from my patchy fake tan have definitely been covered. So yeah, if you ever have patchy skin from your fake tan, at least you know this foundation will cover it. I've got quite a big pore here as well, and it looks like it's been smoothed out quite well. Not really any foundations can smooth this pore out that well, but this one's done a good job. Yeah, I'm so happy with it. I feel like my skin just has this beautiful glow and it just doesn't look too caked on, even though I've done 2 layers of the foundation as well. So now I'm going to carry on with my makeup look. I'm going to see how my other products react with the foundation, see if it slips and slides anywhere. I'll see how the foundation looks at the end of the makeup look as well, just to see if it's sunken into any of my pores or if it started to look cakey or anything like that. For concealer, I'm going to go in with the HNB Cosmetics Concealer underneath my eyes, in the middle of my forehead, on my chin and on my nose. And this is in the shade SF1W. I'm going to start blending that in. Always make sure I blend the concealer outwards as well, just to give that lifted look. Okay, so that concealer worked really well with this foundation as well. So sometimes you might use a foundation and then a different brand concealer and it just doesn't work. But this has worked really, really well. So next I'm going to go in with the Hollywood Contour Wand in the shade Fair Medium, and I'm just going to apply this just above the hollows of my cheekbones. And I'm also going to apply this on my forehead as well. I absolutely love this colour just because of how cool it is. It really creates such a nice natural contour. So again, getting my beauty blender, I'm going to blend this upwards just to create that chiseled cheekbone. I really feel like the tone of the foundation colour and also the contour work really well together. My skin type is very weird, so as I said before, I've got really dry skin at the minute. I've also got a really oily nose, and all around here gets really oily, and again my forehead still gets a tiny bit oily even though it's really dry. That's why I think I've got eczema, like always here and here, but the rest of my skin is quite oily. Next I'm going to go in with another beauty light wand, and I'm going to use the shade Peachgasm, and I'm just going to put this on the tops of my cheekbones, down my nose and a bit on my forehead and on my chin. So pretty much everywhere. Now I'm going to blend that in again using little circular motions. I absolutely love the beauty light ones. They are literally a highlighter and blush in one. So as you can see, it just gives an all over highlight of the cheekbone instead of just like one strip. The only con with them though is that I find that they get so messy. I know you open and close the lid, but I just feel like even with the lid closed it still gets really messy. That's the only bad thing I have to say about them. I'm actually going to get Pinkgasm as well and just put a tiny bit on the cheekbones just because it's got a little bit more pigment to it, and it'll give me a little bit more of a pinky look. So for powder, I'm going to use the Airbrush Flawless Finish in the shade 1. Yes, I need a new one of these, but you know, it's expensive, so it's just I'm going to use it until it's finished. I just put my beauty blender around in it. Make sure I've got no creases. And just pat the beauty blender under my eye. For the rest of my skin, I'm going to use the shade 2, which is a little bit darker. Oh my god, I've got an eyelash stuck to my brush. I'm going to use my Perfect Powder brush from my Kitco and just swirl that into the powder. I'm going to pat it into my skin, especially the areas where I get oily. So I just do light little patting motions into the skin. I even pat where I've just applied the blush. Okay, so I'm going to show you the difference of this side of my face. I've just patted all over this cheek area, and as you can see, it still brings a bit of the glow through, but it just smooths out all of the pores. And then I have applied a little bit in here already, but you can see it's still a lot more shiny on this side. So I've just finished with powder, and I'm still loving this foundation. Even with powdering, it's still bringing through a glow. I'm going to go in with the Airbrush Bronzer in the shade 2 Medium. I'm just going to get my brush. I always tend to apply more contour at the outer of my face and just slowly bring it forwards to the front of my face. So for my forehead, I like to use a bigger brush, and I literally just pat the bronzer in. Even though I've powdered, I am still going to go in with the Beauty Light Wand highlighter in the shade Spotlight, and I'm literally just going to put this right at the top of my cheekbone, very lightly. And again, I'm going to get my beauty blender and just really lightly pat it into the skin. And as you can see, even with powder on, it really does just blend in like a dream. So next, I'm using the Brow Cheek pencil in the shade Taupe, don't really know. I'm just brushing my eyebrows upwards and outwards. Going for a really natural eyebrow today, so I'm just going to draw where my eyebrow hairs start and then just brush upwards. If you ever feel like you've applied too much eyebrow pencil, just go back in with the brush and brush it out, and it fades away quite a bit. So next, I'm going to use the Legendary Brow Gel in, I'm not sure what the shade of this is, but it just says Star Brow on the back. I'm not sure if that's a shade. And I'm just going to run this through my eyebrows. My eyebrows looking very thick today, but kind of like it. I don't usually have them this thick, but I feel like because we're doing like a supermodel, Victoria's Secret model kind of look, it kind of fits. So onto eyes, and I'm going to use the Eyes to Mesmerise. I'm going to use the Eyes to Mesmerise in the shade Pillow Talk, and it's just literally a little pot of cream eyeshadow, and it's such a gorgeous colour, look at that. So I'm just going to cover my brush in the product, swirl it round on my hand to make sure that all the bristles are covered. So I'm just covering my full eyelid in the Pillow Talk shade, and I'm going to buff it out into a smoky eye. And then the same brush again, all I'm doing is just removing the excess product from the brush. I'm going to buff this out into the socket of my eye. So next, I'm getting the shade Prime from the Pillow Talk eyeshadow quad, actually just running it underneath my lash line. I'm going to get this sparkle shade here and just rub my finger in it, and I'm going to apply this all over the lid. So now I've created this smoky eyeshadow look, I'm going to go in with the Sosu brown kohl liner. This is absolutely amazing. And I'm going to apply this in the waterline and make a little wing liner out of it as well. You can see how easily this literally just glides on into my waterline. So now I've done liner. I definitely recommend the Sosu Eye Voltage brown kohl liner. The black one's gorgeous as well, but I just personally love to wear brown kohl liner because I don't think it's as harsh as black. So I'm going to go off camera and do the other eye, and then I'll come back and do mascara, lashes and lips. So I've just applied the Pillow Talk push-up lashes to this eye, and now I'm going to apply it to the other eye. I tell you what, if you poke yourself in the eye with this mascara one, it will hurt. I think it's because the little bristles are so sharp, and I think they're like plasticky instead of an actual brush hair, if you get what I mean. I really do like this mascara for really separating my lashes and brushing them out so they're not clumped together. So now I've done mascara, I'm going to go ahead and apply these Sosu lashes in the style Katie. I tend to cut them in half and apply them as little outer corner lashes.
I forgot, so it's not very hot because it's just spraying out hot air.
Oh, it's fine, thank you. So now I'm just applying the iconic Nude lip liner. So now onto lipsticks. I used the Pillow Talk lipstick first and just went all over. And then secondly, I'm just going to apply the Runway Royalty lipstick, which has more of a sheen to it. I'm just going to apply that all over the lips on top. So guys, this is the finished look and I'm so happy with it. I absolutely love the foundation. I think it's such a gorgeous foundation, either for someone who doesn't like to wear a lot of makeup, who wants to use a foundation when they go on a night out as it's not too full coverage, or for me, I think this is a perfect everyday foundation as it's, again, not too full coverage and it's not too sheer either. I feel like it's definitely done what it says on the box. It definitely minimised my pores. It also reduced the appearance of pigmentation and dark spots, and my skin appeared instantly brighter. I feel like it definitely did all those three things. However, I'll just have to see if over time my actual skin looks more glowy and brighter after using it for a couple of more uses. I hope you've all had the best start to the new year, and hopefully I'll see you very soon.